Alright guys, in today's video I'm going to go over my Jackson Coosa FD, how I have it rigged. I'll probably go over the stuff I take out with me when I target redfish, and I'll go over my rods and reels, and the trailer that I built. It's a little cheap Harbor Freight trailer, but I'll show you what I did. I think that's pretty much all I'm going to cover today. I haven't really been out fishing. The wind right now is like 25, probably 30-mile-an-hour gusts because that stupid nor'easter thing coming through. I got some new camera stuff. I may be able to get some different angles, and I plan on live streaming, hopefully, from my kayak when I get my my setup thing for the phone. So enjoy the video. All right, so we're going to start off with the Jackson Coosa FD. I have the Yak Attack panfish right here, so that's one of the things I'm waiting on some other stuff to come in to try to get some different camera angles like I explained earlier. This little bag thing right here, I didn't want to drill any holes in my kayak if I didn't need to, so I had this extra mesh. See if I can get a better angle of it. I had this extra mesh left over, and it has like a little bungee on one end so you can tighten it, but all I did was use marine goop and double-sided Velcro and put that on the side. I also did the same thing with my pliers. I think them are just, I'm not sure what brand they are, but they're pretty decent. No corrosion yet. Oh, they're Pisky Fun or Pissy Fun or however you pronounce it. But I did the same thing over there, just double-sided Velcro with some marine goop, and haven't had any issues with it yet. I got the default rod holder up front here that came with the kayak. It's just the ram rod mount. I think it's like 2000. Actually, it says right here 2007. The lighting might not be great in here. I had to shut the garage door because the wind is way too bad outside. And the paddle that I use, I rarely use it nowadays, but it is the Bending Branches Angler Ace. It's pretty light. I think it's like 32 ounces. I just have it parked on the side like everyone else would. I have one paddle park up here, so sometimes I'll just put it up there when I'm cruising along, or if I know I'm going to need it frequently, so I don't have to mess with the bungee. I got this ACK bunk board, and I just rigged it with a couple bobbers on the end just in case it does fall in and I don't notice it right away. I'll be able to catch it floating. In the dry bag that Jackson provides, I just put my GoPro stuff in there, like a couple extra batteries, an SD card or two, and then up in the front hatch, I don't really store anything in here, but just this little tackle box right here. Anything I have in it is a couple tools for the kayak itself, like the Allen wrenches, the extra coupler for the pedal drive in case that one wears out, and a shear pin, which I hope I will never need. So you're moving on. It's got the floating net. I'm not sure what brand it is. I rarely use the net. I just put this on here for the video purposes because this is where it would normally go. I got my fish grips right here, and it is attached to the sliding tackle tray that came with the Jackson Coosa FD. Go on the rear end of her. Has another storage right here, and then the rudder in case you need to mess with it. Right now it's empty. The only time I've been in there so far is when I installed my Boondocks landing gear, which I absolutely love. A lot of people, they install it in the back, and I've seen a couple people install it on the gear tracks up here by the seat itself, but I went right in front of the gear track in the rear tank well, just so I could make it a little bit lighter while carrying. As of right now, I haven't had any issues with my rudder dragging when I put it up on the trailer, which I'll get to the trailer here in just a minute. Going on to the side here, I got just the cup holder that came with it. Usually just put my towel and a drink in there, obviously. And then I got the yak stick here from Yak Gear, the parking stick or whatever. It did come with the little holders to park it, but I decided not to use it because this way is easy for me. So basically when I'm moving along, I just park it like I would a paddle, and then I put the front of it up in the rod tube here for the storage area for the rods, and my rod actually goes in there with it. There's enough room. And when I'm just cruising about, I end up just sticking it in just like this, and then it kind of just hangs out the side here, just so it's quick to grab or whatever, and quick to put away if I don't want to mess with the bungee. And I just have it attached here with some just some anchor line. I'll either put it out like you normally would with the rope attached, or I will put it straight through the anchor trolley ring, just depending on the situation. I have I think it's called, I'm not sure what it's called. Probably should remember what it was called before I made the video, huh? I think it's the lever lock trolley, is what it is. So you can lock it and unlock it right here. I'm sure everyone that is interested in kayaks has probably seen that already. So when I stick it back to storage, I just put it right there, park her down. Now I will get to the tackle that I take with me. Alright, tackle I take with me. Always take a hook sharpener. This is just what I had loose. It's a DOA shad and the Bugs. It's the Bugs hothead shrimp, I believe, natural color. And then I don't have much in here. This is mainly like my hooks and stuff and whatnot. So what I got in here, got another Bugs. I think that's the red chaser. I think it's Texas tea color. I got this little guy, which last summer, believe it or not, I got quite a few reds off this little booger. I got some Owner twist lock, 1/16 ounce. I got Blue Water Candy, 1/16 ounce jig heads as well, and I got the 1/8 ounce. I'm not sure if these are Owner or not. They might be. And that's basically it. I got a couple 1/0 circle hooks in there. I got the Z-Man shrimp guy. I use it every now and then. I haven't used it here lately. And then just a bunch of random 1/8 ounce jig heads. I got some Berkeley in there and just a bunch of different brands. Can never have too many jig heads. Then I always take gulp with me. I have a container there full of juice, but I just kind of refill them as I go, and it's kind of a complete assortment here. Got like the double tail mullet, some shrimp, some swimming mullet. I think that's it. But always have that with me. And then I just have random, I got a bag that I put all my soft plastics that I like to use in. I don't know, I guess I could open it, but it's nothing special. It's just like some DOA lure, some down south, mainly paddle tails in a variety of colors. We'll just put it that way. That's basically all that's in there. Yeah, it's just paddle tails with the variety of colors, and I have a DOA shrimp in there, and that's pretty much it as far as what I use. So I try to keep it simple as possible. And then all this is just basically backup lures. Not backup lures, just extras, I guess. So I got basically the same soft plastics, just in a different bag in case the ones I'm using obviously rip or whatever. I'll have extra without having to take each individual bag with me, so I just kind of mixed them up. And then I always take some Pro-Cure. Haven't been using it here lately, but I always have it with me just in case. I got my leader material here. And then as far as hard baits go, I got basically what you see here. I got some Usuris. I don't use this for redfish. Everything I just showed you is basically I use for redfish. I do use like the top waters and stuff for redfish, but not here lately because it's just they haven't been responding well to it so far. I got a couple Miradines. I got a, I'm not sure what that is. I think that's a bomber swim bait or jerk bait, I mean. These I mainly use when I'm like in a bay or on the sound. Like I haven't, I mean, all the Skidder V I use, but I haven't really used any of that yet this year because it's just not that time yet, at least from the marsh. And this is probably one of my favorite go-to lures for basically anything. It's a little Rapala Husky Jerk. This one I ordered, and it's a little bit small. It's not what I typically get. I think I usually get like a 4 or 5 inch. I think that's like a 3 inch or something like that. And I got some Super Spooks in there. There's the Usuri, like I said. I do not use stuff like that in the marsh, but and this little guy I'm going to test out. It came in a mystery tackle box, so the Smash Blue Crab Junior, I'm guessing. So I'm going to give it a whirl. Oh, and then I got another rod holder there. I don't like using the flush mount rod holders. And plus, you know, I have more control that way. I can angle it any direction I want. It's a ram rod holder. As far as my tank well goes, what I put in there, if I'm just going in the marsh right out, right out my backyard here, I'll anything where that goes in there is a cooler. For if I decide to keep fish that day, I'll put the fish in there, and then a couple drinks, a snack or sandwich or something. I think it pretty much covers a kayak. It's pretty much basic. I don't have anything special on it. I don't need anything. I like to keep stuff as simple as I can, but yet have everything that I need at the same time. My rod and reel setup. These two right here is what I mainly use. It is an Abu Garcia Revo 3 inshore. Absolutely love it. Not a single problem with it yet. It's been dunked. And that is on a Falcon 7-foot HD medium heavy. And then I got the Pflueger President XT 40, so it's like 4000 series reel. It's on a Calico jack from Hurricane, and it is a 7-foot medium heavy also. I absolutely love these rods. So I do want to get a little bit more sensitive one, like a medium fast action, and I guess I can go to my live bait marsh fishing rod. This is just a, I don't know what it is, an ugly stick. It's a 7-foot medium action. And I have it on a Cast King Sharky 2 5000. But I don't use live bait a lot, so I didn't want to really invest into it, I got my wife the Sharky 2 3000, and it got wet once and just locked up. I mean, in my opinion, it's for salt water. I don't know about the new ones, but I'm not bashing anybody, but I just don't care for them personally. And I got another Pflueger President XT. Actually, I love these reels a lot, obviously, and it is on a 8-foot Hurricane Calico Jack, medium heavy, and I use it for surf fishing. Basically just to throw, like, you know, 1 ounce spoons out or some swim baits. And then I have my 10-foot Calico Jack surf rod, and I have it on a Pin Battle 2. It's a 5,000. So I just use that for, sometimes I'll take my Fluger reel and put it on the 10-foot if I need some extra distance, but typically I just put live bait, cut bait on it, and set it out there in the surf and enjoy a beer. What else? Oh, now to the trailer, I suppose. Like I said, it's a Harbor Freight 8-foot folding trailer, but I made it to where I'm not going to fold it, so I didn't put any of the folding abilities on it. It's an 8x4. I have a 3/4 inch plywood bottom on it, and then I basically just used a 2x8 for the walls, stuck another 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch plywood on top of that, and then put 6-foot 2x4s going across it so I could get 2 36-inch kayaks on here comfortably if I needed to. We sold my wife's kayak and my old kayak, so I'll get to that in a second though, but I have it on, I'm not sure if you can see it because it's lighting, but I just have it on a 3-inch conduit basically. And I just had to measure. The reason why I don't have that pipe on is because I don't know what kayak my wife's going to get yet. I'm pretty sure she'll get the Cruise FD. And if that's the case, then I can pretty much make the distance the same. And then all I did was put drawers on it, on the back. So I just do this, flip this up, pull this, and I put a little bit of carpet towards the back, just so when we put our rods in there, it just has a little bit of padding, a little bit of protection. And the back end's not really meant to hold anything besides our paddles and rods, just stuff that's kind of a pain to put inside of a Jeep because I don't have a truck. And the wife has the Jeep at the moment in Massachusetts, so I'm basically stuck at the moment fishing out the ramp right here at my house and going out from my backyard. I just put the padding, I put some padding right here just so when you put the front of the kayak up on there, it just kind of helps grip it and gives it a little bit of cushion. So basically that is it. I mean, haven't had anyone really ask me about all this stuff, but a lot of people do on other YouTubers and whatnot, so I figured I'd just get this out of the way. I like to keep it pretty simple, and that is it. That's all you get. That's all you get. So if you liked the video, leave a like, and if you liked it, consider subscribing. And I'm hoping to get out on the water next week, maybe sooner, just depends on the weather. I don't know what this nor'easter thing's going to do as far as for North Carolina, but I guess we'll have to play it by ear. Tight lines everyone, have a good one.